Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome for the first time. My name is Jill Baird, and this is one of my dogs, Charlie. She will go away in a moment. Charlie, it's okay, go. Today's class is going to be a pretty strong Vinyasa flow, so a variety of postures and openers and strengtheners. If you have blocks, go ahead and grab your blocks. You'll need a mat, and I do not play music in my classes, so if you have music you want to listen to, go ahead and get that ready. Or if you want to use one of my Spotify playlists, I am Bear Jill 1 on Spotify, so all lowercase, Bear Jill and the number 1. Or if you prefer just to use the sound of your breath as your music in your practice, that's always an excellent option as well. So let's go ahead and start today in a child's pose. So once you settle down into your child's pose, just go ahead and extend your fingertips towards the front of your mat. Drop your shoulders down and back into their sockets and sit your hips as far back onto your heels as you can. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Fill up. Squeeze the breath out. Open mouth. Exhale. Let go. Another deep full inhale through the nose, bringing in even more breath than the first time. And a powerful cleansing open mouth exhale as you empty out completely. And another deepest, fullest inhale yet of the day, bringing in even more breath than you think you can. And then sigh it out, the longest, loudest, open mouth exhale yet. So your lips closed and begin to engage your Ujjayi breath here, taking the next 3 cycles of breath to lengthen and even out. Walk your hands all the way over to the left. Maybe rest your right hand on top of your left, feeling that nice deep stretch down the right side body. On your next inhale, go ahead and come back through center. And as you exhale, walk your hands all the way over to the right, maybe putting your left hand on top of your right, dropping your outer left shoulder in line with your right. And continuing to take those nice, deep, slow, steady breaths. On your next inhale, go ahead and walk your hands back to center. Exhale, sit your hips back just a little bit further. And on your inhale, press yourself up to a neutral tabletop position. Take an exhale breath as you draw your belly button back towards your spine. And inhale, cow pose. Lift your gaze, drop your belly. Exhale, cat, tuck round and curl, belly button to spine. Inhale, cow pose. Loop your shoulders down and back into their sockets. Spread your collarbones wide. Exhale, cat. Press the earth away from you as you draw your chin in towards your chest. Let's take one more. Inhale, cow pose. And take your time. Move with your breath. Exhale, cat. Inhale back to your neutral tabletop position. Bring your left thumb to your left shoulder. Inhale, peel open, guide that shoulder open, extend the fingertips towards the sky. And exhale, thread your left arm underneath your right. Option here to extend your right leg out to the side. Put the sole of the foot flat on the earth and reach your left fingertips towards your right big toe. Maybe even grabbing a hold of that right big toe with your left peace fingers. Option to take a half bind here with that right hand if that feels good to you. Continue to draw that right shoulder back and down if you've got the bind. And on your next inhale, release the bind. Exhale, right palm back to the earth. Give a press into the palm. Re-extend the left fingertips up towards the sky. And then come back with your exhale into your neutral tabletop position. Inhale, right thumb to right shoulder. Peel open. Extend the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Spiral your chest towards the sky. And exhale, thread right arm underneath the left. I had a little collision with the dog there. Option to extend left leg out to the side with the sole of the left foot resting flat on the earth. Most of the weight on that right shoulder. Again, option to take the half bind on your next inhale. And as you exhale, think about spiraling your chest up towards the sky even more. Continue pressing the sole of that left foot into the earth. Next inhale, left arm re-extends. Exhale, left palm to the mat. Give a press into the palm. Inhale. Right fingertips reach up towards the sky. And exhale, tabletop pose. Walk your palms out about a palm's distance from where they were. Tuck all 10 toes. Inhale, hover your knees. Exhale, press hips back to heels. Downward facing dog. If you'd like to shift forward to plank to make sure that your shoulders are directly over your wrists, and then lift your hips back to downward facing dog. It's always a good way to make sure that our form is correct. Taking any pedals here with your feet, maybe lifting your hips, wagging them side to side. Whatever feels good to you for 2 more breath cycles. And then finding some stillness in our downward facing dog. Lift your thumbs up towards the ceiling and notice the spiraling of the inner elbows towards the sky and the triceps back. Now keep that same positioning in your arms. Bring the thumb back to the mat and give a nice press into your hand between your thumb and your forefinger. Lift the backs of your hips a little bit higher. Take an inhale, breath, gaze forward, and exhale, step your feet behind your hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, so fingertips either on the earth, on your shins, or on your quads. Exhale, forward fold, and inhale, rise, Tadasana, mountain pose, or Vinyasa. Exhale, chest expansion, release your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers and draw your knuckles down towards your heels as you press your palms together. Inhale, release, Tadasana, mountain pose. And exhale, hinge from the hips, Uttanasana, forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant your palms, step back, high plank, top of a push-up. We're going to hold this plank pose for 5 full breath cycles. Building some heat here. Be sure to squeeze your quads. Keep those legs working. Don't let them off the hook. Press through your heels like you're pressing a wall away behind you. Belly button back towards your spine. Shoulders down away from your ears. One more breath cycle here. Really press those palms into the earth. Inhale, shift forward onto your tippy toes. chaturanga from your knees or your toes, elbows pinned into your sides. Inhale, upward facing dog, gaze forward, open your collarbones, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward, and exhale, step or float, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, root to rise, Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, chest expansion. Hug your shoulder blades in towards one another. Press your heart space forward. Inhale, Tadasana. And exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, high plank, top of a push-up. Lower down to your forearms, so bring your elbows where your palms were. Press your forearms into the mat, kind of like a karate chop into the mat. And again, squeeze your quadriceps. Spiral the inner thighs up towards the ceiling. We're here for 3 more breath cycles. Can you drop your shoulders back away from your ears? On your next inhale, press back up to high plank. Shift forward and exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Use your core to lift your hips. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, chest expansion. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, plant your palms. Step back, high plank, top of a push-up. This time on our inhale, shift forward onto your tippy toes. Exhale, shift back, so plank saws. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, press it back. 3 more. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, and exhale. 1 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, bend your elbows 90 degrees, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Gaze forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 breath cycles here to move any way that feels good to your body. And then begin to find some stillness. Ground your left foot. Inhale, extend your right leg straight back out of that right hip. Exhale, come up onto the left tippy toes. Tap right knee to right tricep. We're going to do that 3 times. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, tap and hold. So next time, on the 3rd time, we can do the same thing, or if hurdler's pose is in your practice, you can go ahead and find the arm balance. Exhale, knee to tricep, hold, or shift forward, bend your elbows, and come into the balancing posture. Wherever we're at, we're going to hold for 1 more breath. And we'll all meet back in 3-legged dog. Inhale, lift your right leg. And exhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand, coming into lizard pose. So option to stay up on the back left toes or to surrender the left knee down. Loop your shoulder blades down into their sockets. Collarbones spread wide. Gaze forward, opening up into that right hip. Inhale, tuck the left toes, lift the left knee. Exhale, gaze forward, Malasana. Step your left foot up to the outside of your left hand. Bring your palms to meet at heart center and use your elbows to press your knees out wide. So think about your tailbone, your butt drawing towards the ground, and then lifting waist up and out of the hips as your chest lifts towards your chin. One more inhale. Exhale, palms to the earth, forward fold, toe heel, big toes in together to touch. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your palms. Step back, high plank, top of a push-up, coming into shoulder taps. Right palm to left shoulder, left palm to right shoulder. That was one round. We're gonna do 4 more. Continue to breathe. Keep your hips as steady as you can. Stepping your feet a little wider gives you a little bit more stability. Or maybe try stepping your toes in closer towards one another. One more, each side. Inhale, shift forward, chaturanga. And downward facing dog. Let's repeat that on the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg. All 5 left toes pointing down towards the ground. Exhale, come up onto those right tippy toes. Left knee, left tricep or higher. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, shift forward, knee to elbow. So this third time, we're either going to hold or come into hurdlers, depending on what it is that you're looking for in your practice today. So if you're coming into hurdlers, knee to tricep, bend the elbows like little chaturanga arms, and maybe extend the legs straight. Press into your palms, and then we'll all meet back in 3-legged dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, lizard pose. Step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Scooch the right toes back. Stay up on the right toes, or surrender the right knee down. Creating that length out of your hips. Continuing to gaze forward or slightly down in front of you. Slow and steady breath. On your next inhale, if the back knee isn't lifted, tuck the toes, lift the knee, and exhale, step forward, Malasana pose. Bring your palms to heart center. Option to stay here or to come into a bit of a twist. Go ahead and bring the right fingertips to the earth. Right tricep continues to press the right knee open as the left fingertips reach towards the sky. Exhale, palms back to heart center. Take an inhale, find some length up and out of your hips. And then exhale, left fingertips to the earth. Draw the right fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, lift your chest towards your chin, crown of your head towards the sky. Exhale, palms to the mat, forward fold, toe heel, big toes in together to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, plant your palms, step back, high plank, top of a push-up, coming into leg lifts this time. Inhale, squeeze your right glute, exhale, lift. Heel in line with the hips. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze the left glute. Lift the left heel in line with the left hip. Inhale, lower. Exhale, right side. And continue to move with your own breath. We're going to do a total of 10 leg lifts, so 5 each side. Continue pulling that belly button back towards your spine. Lengthening your chest forward. Tailbone draws back towards your heels. should be building some heat here, some strength. Count is correct. We have 2 more each side. Last one. Option, Vinyasa, so chaturanga or meet in downward facing dog. We're going to stay in this dog for 2 breath cycles. Connecting back to that Ujjayi breath. Inhale, gaze forward, and exhale, step or hop, feet behind your hands, forward fold. Inhale, rise, Tadasana, mountain pose, and exhale, palms to heart center. Round your right foot, coming into tree. Bring the sole of the left foot either above or below the right knee. Firm that outer right hip in. Drop the left knee down. Find a steady point of focus, your drishti. That point that you're fixating on, you're kind of staring at it, but staring through it. And then if you'd like, go ahead and grow your tree. So think about lengthening the tailbone down, keeping that neutral pelvis, and then continuing to press inner right thigh into the sole of the left foot as you press the sole of the left foot into the inner right thigh. On your next exhale, palms to heart center. And come into standing staff. So 90-degree bend in the left knee. Continue balancing on that right foot, pressing into all 4 corners of the right foot, squeezing the quad out of the bend. And we're going to take a big step back and come in to warrior 2. So finding that heel to arch alignment. Again, neutral pelvis, slight gaze out over the right fingertips. Inhale, reverse warrior. Either walk the left fingertips down to the leg or option to take a half bind. So bringing those left fingertips to the inside of the right thigh. And if you take the half bind, you can give yourself a little bit of an adjustment, guiding the right knee out towards the right big toe. Reach those right fingertips a little bit higher. And on our next exhale, extended side angle. So option to keep that half bind as you come into your extended side angle, bringing the right elbow either to the inside of the right knee or bringing the right hand down to the right ankle, gazing up towards the ceiling, and then chest spiraling open towards the ceiling. Slow and steady breath. Squeezing those inner thighs. Big inhale, 5-pointed star. So facing that left side of the mat, heels in, toes out, draw the tailbone down, maybe find a little bit of a back bend in the upper body. And then exhale, horse pose. Sit down into that low plie squat. Bring your thumbs to the insides of your knees. Guide the knees open. Inhale. Exhale, drop your left shoulder. Peel open into those thighs, inner thighs. Inhale, back through center. And exhale, drop the right shoulder. Chest over towards the left. Inhale, back to 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Option to take a half bind here. Reaching that right arm underneath the right leg, clasping the fingers. As long as you can keep your chest open towards the ceiling. If your chest starts to fall down towards the ground, just come back into traditional extended side angle. Inhale, burst open to 5-pointed star. And exhale, Prasarita. So, toes in front of the heels this time. Hinge from the hips. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come into a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, dive a little bit deeper into that standing straddles. Fold. Pressing into the heel of the big toe mound of both feet. Lifting the inner thighs, so engaging the quads to lift the kneecaps. On our next inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, walk your hands to the top of the mat, low lunge. Frame the right foot. We're going to come into a side plank on the left. So pivot on to the outer left foot. Bring the right foot back, stacked on top of the left. And then inhale, extend those right fingertips up towards the sky. Lift the right leg if you'd like to come into fallen star. Take that rainbow in the side body. One more inhale. And on our exhale, we're going to make our way back to low lunge with the right foot between the hands. If it doesn't get there, just step it up. Exhale here, gaze forward. Inhale, standing splits. So this is a great place for blocks if you want to bring blocks to either side of your foot. Hinge at your hips. Draw your forehead towards your right shin. And then lift the left leg in line so that your hips are in a nice line. So if I put this block, whoops, guess not that one. If I put this block on my low back, I should have a nice, flat, even low back. On your next inhale, halfway lift here. Exhale, Shiva squat. Chamber that left knee behind the right. Inhale, back to standing splits. We're going to do that 2 more times. Exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale, standing splits. Exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale, standing splits. Exhale, step back, low lunge. Bring your right foot back to meet your left in a high plank. And we're going to step our right foot up to the outside of our right hand and then bring the left foot to meet the right hand. Let's do that 2 more times. High plank. Step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Bring the left foot up to meet the right hand. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, step right foot to the outside of the right hand. Draw the left foot to meet the right hand. Come back into your high plank. Option, chaturanga. Flow through your vinyasa or meet us in downward facing dog. On your inhale breath, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. And exhale, palms at heart center. Ground through the left foot. Begin to lift the right leg coming into that tree pose. So sole of the right foot presses into the left inner thigh, left inner thigh is pressing into the sole of the right foot. Tailbone draws down, find that drishti, that focus point, and then grow your tree. If you'd like to take it a little bit deeper, you can lift your gaze towards the ceiling or the sky, depending on if you're inside or outside. And if your balance is on point today and you want to make this even harder, you can close your eyes. And just know that if you close your eyes and you fall out of your tree pose, it's as simple as that. You close your eyes, you fall out of your tree pose. It's not anything more or anything less. And just come back in. Continue lengthening up and out of your hips. And on your exhale, bring your hands to heart center. standing staff pose, so 90-degree bend in that right knee. Pull your belly button back towards your spine, drop your shoulders down into their sockets. One more inhale, and our exhale is a big step back to warrior two. So land quietly, land softly. Gaze gently out over those left fingertips. Inhale, reverse warrior. Option for the half bind here. Use your right hand to give yourself a little bit of an adjustment, opening that left knee just a bit more. Inhale, reach those left fingertips up, lengthen that left side body. And exhale, extend each side angle. Lengthen out of your hips over to the left. Option to keep that half bind. So either left elbow to the inside of the left knee or left hand to the left ankle. Guiding that right shoulder down and back as your chest moves. Steady your breath. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Heels in, toes out. Draw your tailbone down. Slight back bend here. And exhale, horse pose. Press your outer knees out in line with your big toe. Take an inhale breath, lift your right heel. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your left heel. Exhale, lower. Sit your hips a little bit lower. Inhale, lift both heels. Exhale, lower. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior with or without the bind. Exhale, extended side angle. Option to take a full bind. Reach the left fingers back. Grasp your left hand with your right. Left ribs spiral towards the right side of your mat. Right ribs and right shoulder draw back. Chest is up towards the feet. There's your breath. Is it short and choppy? Maybe you use the bind. Inhale back to 5-pointed star. And exhale, Prasarita. So adjust your feet so that your toes are facing forward or slightly pigeon-toed in. And then exhale, swan dive as you hinge at the hips, lengthening your chest as far away from your hips as you can before you fold in half. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Keep the left palm planted. Inhale, peel those right fingertips up towards the sky. So nice active legs. Squeeze the quadriceps, lift the knees. See if you can lift your chest up towards the sky even more. Exhale, right palm down. Inhale, twist left fingertips up towards the sky. Doing our best to keep that nice flat back, like I could put that block on my low back at my sacrum. One more inhale. Exhale, release the left hand. Go ahead and walk yourself into a low lunge. Left foot facing the front of your mat. Palms frame the left foot. Coming into side plank on the right. So begin to make your way onto the pinky edge of that right foot. Stack your left foot on top of your right. Keep your hips in a line. Hip points facing forward. And then maybe come in to fallen star. Maybe lift the corners of your mouth. Sometimes all it takes is a little smile to change the course of your entire day. On our exhale, we're going to come back into low lunge with that left foot between the hands. Inhale, standing splits. So hands on blocks or hands on the mat as you continue to lift the right heel in line with the right hip. So flex the right toes down. It's not about how high we can lift that right leg. It's about keeping the hips in line. Draw your forehead in towards that left shin. And on our next exhale, Shiva squat. Chamber that right knee behind the left. Sit back into the left heel. Inhale, Shiva squat, or standing splits. Length, straighten the left leg. Exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale. Straighten standing splits. Exhale. Shiva squat. Inhale. Standing split. Sorry, gotta make sure I remember what's coming next. And exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms. Step back, high plank, top of a push-up. Exhale, step left foot to the outside of the left hand and bring the inside of your right foot to touch your left hand. Step it back, inhale. Exhale, left foot to the outside of the left hand, tap the inside of the right foot. One more of those. Step back to high plank, inhale. Exhale, step left foot to the outside of the left hand, tap the inside of the right foot. So flow through your vinyasa here, or meet us in downward facing dog. Let's take 2 breath cycles in this downward facing dog to connect back to that ujjayi breath. So slow, steady inhales and exhales through the nose. Inhale, gaze forward, and exhale, step or float, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, sit your hips back. Extend your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Guide your tailbone down towards the back of the mat in a neutral pelvis position. Release your shoulders down away from your ears. And on our next inhale, we're going to hover the left leg, coming into eagle. So crossing the left knee over the right, tucking or kickstanding those toes, whatever's in your practice, and then left arm underneath the right. Working to bring elbows and knees to the midline of your body. Continue pulling those elbows out in front of you, shoulder height. Maybe sit a little bit lower. Keep the legs as they are. Inhale, Tadasana arms. And on our exhale, we're going to step back to Warrior One. So, heel to heel alignment. Guide the right hip back. And you can lower your hands if you like. Right hip back, left hip forward. Like I'm pressing that right foot into the mat, pulling that right hip back. On our exhale, chest expansion, exalted warrior, just like we started class with. Draw the knuckles down as you press the palms together. Inhale. Exhale, humble warrior. Hinge at the hips. A lot of core strength here. Keep those hips exactly as they are as you work that right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. A nice long flat back here. And then maybe press those palms in towards one another as you lift them just a little bit higher. Check in with your breath. Slow and steady. Continue pumping that right hip back, left hip forward. And then inhale back to warrior one. And on our exhale, we're going to come into pyramid pose, straighten the right leg. Awesome place for blocks. So as we release our palms down to the mat, if you have those blocks, go ahead and grab them. I love to use blocks in pyramid pose. I have really tight hamstrings and I feel like it helps me stay truer to my form. So halfway lift, flat back. Guide that right hip up and back, left hip forward. And then if it feels right to you, surrender by bending your elbows, drawing your belly towards your thigh, forehead in the direction of your chin. But if it doesn't, just stay in that halfway lift, flat back. You're still getting an awesome stretch in that front hamstring. Can you relax your shoulders? Can you unfurl your brow? And then on your next inhale, bend back into that right leg. Plant both palms to frame the right foot. And step back, high plank, top of a push-up. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, eagle on the left. Ground through the left leg, step the right knee up and over the left. Right arm crosses underneath the left. So imagine that your back is flat against the wall. As your elbows draw forward, your shoulder blades still are working down, away from your ears. Squeeze the inner thighs, hug the inner arms together. And if you fall out, you fall out. You just get right back in. So keep the legs. Inhale, Tadasana arms. And then exhale, step back, warrior one. Heel to heel alignment, 90-degree bend in the left knee, hip points face forward. Exhale, exalted warrior, chest expansion. Take an inhale. Exhale, pull your belly button in. Hinge from the hips. Legs stay exactly as they are. Humble warrior. Work that left elbow to the inside of the left knee. And then a conscious effort here to keep the hip points squaring forward. So pulling that right hip back, left hip forward. Checking in with your breath. Has it gotten short and choppy? If so, maybe come up a little bit. On your next inhale, come back up to warrior one. Exhale, pyramid pose. Straighten that left leg. Hinge from the hips, lengthen forward. Palms to the earth or palms to blocks. Squeeze your left quadricep. And then come into your depth. Either a halfway lift or a full fold. On your next inhale, bend back into that right leg, or left leg rather. Come into a low lunge. Step the left foot back to meet the right. An option here for our final vinyasa. If you're looking for a little bit more, maybe come with me. Chaturanga arms, upward facing dog, back to chaturanga. Pin those elbows into the side. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Final time. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale back to our final downward facing dog of our flow. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, half pigeon. Making sure hips face forward. I always like to take a peek back over my right shoulder, which bumps that right hip back and then brings the left hip forward. And then surrender down onto blocks, onto the earth, or down into full sleeping pigeon. So all the while, I'm consciously lengthening my tailbone back as I guide that right hip back. And I'm thinking about drawing my chest, my sternum forward. On your next inhale, walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. And a slow exhale, make your way back to three-legged dog, right leg lifts. Hip opener here. So, external rotation. Flip those right toes out to the right side. Bend the right knee, stack it on top of the left. Option, circles with your ankle. Or if you'd like to take it into wild thing, pivot onto the sole of the left foot. Left leg stays long, right knee bent. And that right hand is working back towards the mat behind you as the hip points lift. Make your way back, three-legged dog, and downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, half pigeon. Left knee behind left elbow. Straight right leg. Take a peek back over that left hip. Make sure that right leg is in a nice straight line. Bump the right hip forward, left hip back. And then surrender down into your pigeon. So even if you took a full pigeon on the right side, if you feel any pain in your knee on this side, come into a figure four on your back. Just know that always, that one side might be different than the other. And if you ever feel pain in your knee, then it's not working for you, because there are no knee stretching in yoga. As you settle in here, where can you soften? So I just notice my shoulders were holding on to some tension. Can you soften your shoulders down your back? Can you unclench your left hip? Can you soften around your mouth? Can you soften between your eyebrows? Around here today. Well, actually the last couple weeks we've had a lot of these really pretty little yellow finches. We have some sock feeders filled with Niger around the patio. And the little finches are just ravenous. Like each day we have to refill the sock. On your next inhale, go ahead and come back up to your palms and make your way back back into three-legged dog. So hopefully you can hear those. I'm not sure what you guys can hear and what you can't. They have a really cute little chirp, and they're really cute to watch. Option to come back into that wild thing, right leg straight, left leg bent, lift your hips, reach those left fingertips for the earth behind you. And then come back to three-legged dog and our last downward facing dog of our practice. We're going to walk our feet through, extend your legs long, or knees can be bent as we make our way onto our back. So engage your core and create that C shape with your spine. And then use your core to lower as slowly as you can. Hug your knees into your chest. Option to stay here, knees hugged into the chest, or just a quick happy baby here. Lifting the soles of the feet towards the ceiling, reaching for the pinky edge of each foot, using your elbows against your knees like you did in that Malasana pose to guide the knees open. And then being conscious to keep the backs of the shoulders, the back of the head, and the back of the tailbone flat on your mat. And then when you're ready, hug your knees into your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Give yourself a big, big hug as you draw your forehead to your knees. Taking the deepest, fullest inhale you've taken all day. And the loudest, longest, open mouth exhale as you surrender completely into Savasana. Taking up space, allowing yourself just to be heavy on the mat, and giving yourself permission just to be. Hopefully you can hear the birds. I did a little bit of research. I wanted to know what a flock of finches was called. I knew that a flock of owls was called a parliament. A flock of crows is called a murder. And fittingly, a flock of finches is called a charm, and they are quite charming. So hopefully you can find something in your world today that brings you some joy, brings a little smile to your face. Maybe it's bird watching, maybe it's baking, maybe it's spending some time either in person or over FaceTime with someone who makes you happy. Maybe not necessarily who makes you happy, but brings some joy and some happiness into your life, because happiness is an inside job. But there are little subtle ways to build it. And oftentimes there are very little, like watching birds or having a quick conversation with a friend. If you'd like to take a longer Savasana, go ahead and hit pause and stay here in your Savasana resting posture. If you're ready to move on, just gently begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And as you find those little movements, just begin to deepen your breath. And then extend your arms long overhead. Stretch your toes forward. And then make your way into supported fetal position on your right side. And just take a nice deep breath of this peace and calm that you've cultivated on the mat today. When you're ready, slowly press up to a cross-legged seat. Go ahead and bring your palms to heart center just for a moment. I want to thank you for practicing with me today. I know you have a lot of options when it comes to your yoga practice, so I appreciate it when you show up and you flow with me. If you have any questions, comments, or any suggestions to make a new class or just any suggestions that you think would help things flow along better, please let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, subscribe to my channel, tell your friends about the channel, and continue to spread our little yoga around. Inhale your thumbs to your third eye center. Namaste. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.